Hello, welcome to SSGTV South Sudan Global. If you have not yet subscribed, please subscribe as we will continue to bring you informative videos. The Sudan People Liberation Movement (SPLM) is the dominant party that led South Sudan to its independence in 2011. In 2013, the SPLM imploded into SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO as a result of power struggle within the SPLM between President Salva Kiir and past Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. Fast forward, we now have the SPLM mainstream headed by President Salva Kiir and SPLM-IO headed by first Vice President Dr. Riek Machar. Both SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO are the main parties in the current revitalized government. In this video, we lump the two SPLMs, SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO, under one SPLM that was founded in 1983. The SPLM of 1983 and the existing ones have the same original manifesto. However, over the years, the SPLM manifesto has been updated during national conventions, e.g. the 1994 and 2008. In this video, we have analyzed 5 forgotten ideas in the SPLM SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO manifesto. Our main source of reference is the 2008 SPLM SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO manifesto edition for New Sudan, South Sudan. Here are they. Number 1. Use of oil to grow agriculture. From Part 4, Section 23, we quote, "While oil revenues are a boon to the economy, they shall cease to be so if they are not used to fuel agriculture, rural development, and the transformation of traditional farming through technological innovations." Sadly, the SPLM, IG, and SPLM-IO leadership hasn't done any of that. Nothing to show for the oil our country produces daily. We can attest that the oil has not been used to develop agriculture or any other industry. From Part 4, Section 24, we quote, "In order to earn urban bias and center-focused development orientation, the SPLM's vision is to take towns to people in the countryside rather than people to towns, where they end up in slums with consequent deterioration in the quality of their lives. Taking towns to the people in the countryside rather than people to towns will not only preclude the phenomenon of slum dwellers, but will also help ensure that people stay on the land so that agriculture and agro-industry can flourish. Unfortunately, the philosophy of taking towns to people was dead on arrival. What we have seen is large migration of South Sudanese to urban centers. Our leaders are known to spend 95% of their time in Juba and do not care to be on the ground to address pressing issues. Slums are rising fast in Juba because the SPLM leaders, SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO, have forgotten taking towns to people. In the SPLM manifesto, we encourage them to read and adjust the SPLM manifesto. Number 2, fight against corruption. From Part 4, Section 13, we quote, "The fight against corruption constitutes one of the key pillars of good governance. Hence, it shall be waged with ever-increasing vigor." From Part 4, Section 22, we quote, "Therefore, the new Sudan, South Sudan economic system shall be efficient and equitable in a sustainable fashion, in which corruption and graft are eliminated, private initiative is encouraged, competitiveness observed, and government social responsibility not abdicated. It is a free market economy in which both public and private sectors complement and reinforce each other, with the role of the public sector concentrated on providing social overhead services, basic infrastructure, social welfare, and technological advancement." From the two parts above, the SPLM, that is SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO leaders, have not moved an inch to bring to book corrupt leaders in their rank and file. Nevertheless, the manifesto is vague and does not spell out or outline how the corruption is to be fought. Is the corruption to be fought at the party level or outside party structures, e.g. courts? If the SPLM manifesto means at the party level, well, we haven't seen any white smoke. In fact, the SPLM that is SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO leaders, have recycled those corrupt leaders. The corrupt leaders get reappointed all the time at the national level. It is even. Corruption has become a national curriculum studied and practiced by everyone. Number 3, equality of rights. Part 4, Section 16 will quote, human rights and people's rights will be firmly embedded in the constitution of the new Sudan, that is South Sudan. All persons are equal before or under the law in the sphere of political, economic, social, and cultural life and in every other respect, and shall enjoy equal protection of the law. The biggest abusers of human rights come from the SPLM, that is SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO factions. No action has been taken against them since 2008. Those who committed economic and social crimes are still walking free. Those who balkanize the country in pursuit of political goals are still free. The SPLM leaders, that is SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO, should read this SPLM manifesto and chart the way forward. Number 4, prosperity for all. From Part 4, Section 2, we quote, we aim to establish a society of equal opportunities based on the principles of social justice and social solidarity of the strong and weak. In other words, as well as the release of private initiative. A robust system of social support is a crucial condition for the existence of a free society in the new Sudan, that is South Sudan. A free society can only be created in a stable political system that roots out all abuse and presupposes the state's active role in maintaining economic order in order to achieve prosperity for everybody. The state must regulate the free market to attain social objectives and not try to coerce it to realize such goals. The market is not an aim in itself, but rather a means of securing freedom and sufficiency for all citizens of the new Sudan, that is, South Sudan. Ironically, this is no longer the case. After independence, the elite, relatives, and tribemates hijacked all the opportunities in a country where over 90% of the population depends on food aid. The elite are living their lives on the first land. A large pool of our population is poor and below the poverty line. The social support, e.g. minimum guarantee income for those who need social assistance, e.g. students, orphans, single parents, etc., has been forgotten. If the market were to function well, we are afraid a large majority of our people will wallow in poverty. The beneficiaries of the market system will be the elite, not the people, which makes the reason for fighting for independence meaningless. We urge the SPLM, that is SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO elite, regardless of their party affiliation, to revisit the SPLM Manifesto 2008 edition. Number 5, affirmative action. From Part 4, Section 5, we quote, affirmative action in favor of women shall continue and will only decline in the same measure of all centers of power and influence and other critical spheres in social endeavor become broadly representative of the country's demographics. In the process, all inequalities that may persist or arise will need to be addressed. The SPLM manifesto states affirmative action for women, but the SPLM leaders, that is SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO, haven't exercised any at all. They have made good progress in giving women senior leadership positions, e.g. Vice Presidency, Rebecca Nyande, Speaker of National Assembly, Manuno Kumba, and Western Barakazal Governor Sarah Cleto, among others. However, the SPLM manifesto is vague as it doesn't outline clearly how affirmative action in favor of women is to be carried out. The best way is for the National Assembly to pass two-thirds gender bill. On a final note, these are just a few forgotten ideas in the SPLM manifesto. Next time, you as the citizen should bring up these forgotten ideas to the SPLM stalwart, that is, SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO. Time and tide wait for no man. The SPLM, that is SPLM-IG and SPLM-IO, is on its way out unless its leaders revisit its manifesto and implement them. What do you think? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Please don't forget to subscribe to the SSGTV South Sudan Global.